You know that there's a tier system in South Africa. The whites, the creme de la creme. Then you had the Cape Coloureds. Then you had the Indians. Then you had the Africans. The Africans at the bottom of the scale. So there was division all the time. Africans had nothing. Indians had a little bit more. Coloureds a little bit more. And the whites everything. That's how it was based. That's how it was based. All those years. The building I lived in with Ruth. In the lift there was a lift there in Park Street, Johannesburg. Big lift, big notice in the lift. Non-Europeans and dogs not allowed. Quite every. And if you looked out of your window, you saw at your Birch Park, you saw black nannies with white children. The white babies were sitting on the bench, and the black nannies were on the lawn. Make your heart turn, wouldn't it? That's what happened. That was happening. And remember, you remember, Timish, the number of laws that were enacted. They had the group areas where all of a sudden they wanted Fordsburg to be Newtown to be white. So all the colours were moved out. So you went out to work in the morning, you came home, your house was bulldozed down. They moved the colours and the Indians 20 miles out. Lenasia, you've heard of Lenasia? Indians live there today. They moved them out. And whites, the next day whites came in and took over. I mean, it was absolutely horrendous when you think of what happened. When you think of it, Timish, it's amazing we've all come out of it all right. It's amazing. It's amazing, Timish. And I hear people today saying, oh, I don't have any prejudice. My maid is my sister. Rubbish. You know, they're going off backwards to say, I don't have prejudice. Don't give her a decent wage. She's a domestic worker, pay her a decent wage. You don't have to say she's like my sister. All this patronising is horrible, horrible. A store, and outside the store there's a big lawn. And you know what it says? Non-Europeans are not allowed on the grass except on duty. What do you think of that? Absolutely. And Tutu was saying he went to Ventersdorp, he went to school. The blacks walked on that bridge and the whites walked on that bridge. Interesting, hey? So it must affect you, you know, sometimes. I mean, I'm sure it affects you eventually, all your life it affects you. You know, when you're small and your parents say you can't sit on that bench, why not? Because you're not allowed to sit on that bench, I'm sorry. Can't sit on that bench. People were being killed, hanged, all the time. And then the laws, they introduced the group areas, where group areas meant if you were black, you left your area, and before you knew it, whites moved in. And you were moved 20 miles out. You had to come in for work, but just go, at night time just go, we don't want to see you at night. And then you had the job reservation, you know, the job reservation act. Black people couldn't become skilled workers. So if you organised a plumber to come to your house, the plumber would come to your house with a black guy. The black guy would carry his tools. He wasn't allowed to do the work. He would, yes, boss. Yes, that's what happened. He carried the tools for the white man. He wasn't allowed to be skilled. And then there was the Bantu Education Act. We had a special act for Bantu education where black people were not allowed to earn. Philip and Dean are dealing with it now. Black doctors who were not allowed to study maths. In Parliament, you look, if you can get on the internet, Parliament at that time, that period, you will find people getting up and saying, the black man, it's no good teaching a black man maths, he will never learn. They were saying, what were they learning? They were learning domestic, the girls were learning domestic work, how to cook and how to keep clean a house. That's what they were learning. Come on. That's what's happening to them. When India became independent, Ramesh, there was a fully fledged Indian civil service. So in 1947, when India became independent, there was a civil service already there. When South Africa got independence, you had to be a good ANC person first, and you came into Parliament. You had no skills, nothing, no house, no school, no nothing. You were made an MP. That was the problem. They had nothing. They were just, because they were good ANC people, they ran Parliament. Can you imagine the problems at the beginning? That gave it a different story to India, a very different story to India.